1-3 train on a Thursday. Who knows where 1-4 is going to change the training time? They're probably going to change it to a Monday. But I would probably look at that route first and see whether there's a squad that would fit him well, that he can meet the training times for. And failing that, the only real option I think is reserves, and then he can just fill in whenever. The trouble with sending people, or the trouble with people going to reserves, is they don't realise they can actually come and fill in. So it's like, usually we lose them, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's just a lack of obligation for it. But for some reason, whenever we tell somebody that, or whenever somebody goes to reserves, I suppose, they just don't really fill in. So it's a real shame. But it does put a nice perspective on it that, some people just don't have the time.
Yeah, I know he has. He said he mentioned something about reserves. I think it was last weekend when he said he was going to be. When he let me know he was going to be here. Yeah, I'm gonna send him a message.
Well, that was the conversation I've been trying to have with, or was trying to have with Martin.
Yeah, if Martin and Wallace can't meet the attendance standards, then it'd be better for them probably to hit a preserve sooner than later, because the longer that we leave that Bravo billet open, we'll end up filling it at some point. So yeah, we have to think about realistically what kind of numbers can we maintain and keep the teams full. Because obviously, if there's only one guy in Charlie team, then at that point it's they kind of are in Charlie and they're floating between the teams. But Bravo's an opportunity for somebody to step up and expand their horizons. So. But yeah, there's no point if there's a team of two and 2 teams of 3 or whatever. We can consolidate at that point.
Right.
Which is sad and disappointing, but yeah, the status quo was supposed to be 2 teams. So do pardon my chewing, I haven't had lunch yet.
Can't hear. I mean, it sounds like you got something in your mouth.
But... That's excellent. Crisp is an amazing program. But excellent noise cancellation stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, coming to the trace, do you see yourself as a team leader anytime soon? Like after tonight, first impressions?
I mean, everything's positive. Brian said I did well. You said I did well. Yeah, I mean, I could see myself. I guess my only issue is, the outside. I'm a dad first, so it's like I was afraid to. Any more time commitment is tough for me, and everything. But I think with time, I think all the other stuff will come into play. Like I said, I think I was slow on a couple occasions, but I think that's just because it's trying to orchestrate everything.
I mean, that's why we've got training, right? I mean, basically you're taking on 3 additional rambunctious people, but it all pretty much falls in. It is said that team leader is the most enjoyable role in the unit, and I would say that squad leader is the worst in terms of planning. Like, you have to do a lot of setup for training. You have to get areas and deal with all the personnel that you've got, and file your reports for absences and ensure that all the wheels are turning correctly. As a team leader, though, it's you've only got 3 people to worry about, and you show up for the training. get it done, and you do as little or as much as you like, really. Of course, the expectation in 1-1 is that the team leaders do basically just manage their team, and as long as you can run that, and you've got a good group of people, then you can really make a good go of it. But yeah, I mean, try it out for I suppose up until team training, and then see if you like how it's done in task force, how it's done in platoon, where you've already experienced that, what the squad trainings are like, and then see if the team training is to your liking, and then yeah, you can have a right go at it.
Right, that's what I figured. Get my, at least give it a try. Like I said, tonight was the first night, so give it a few more attempts, see if I want to do this or not. Go from there.
And I personally found it wasn't too much more of a time commitment than you already start with being in the fire team. I found the team trainings added a little bit, but working with the SL on that week is what makes it a lot less stressful. And then it was kind of when moving more towards like a 2IC that there's a little bit more to it, but it really isn't much more than you've already fully committed to in terms of attendance.
Tell you what though, there is an outstanding job for the squad if you're interested in the squad logo. Now I know that you're an excellent photographer and an excellent photo editor.
Alright, what are you thinking?
Oh, well, I suppose everybody in the squad really, whether they wanted to submit some sort of idea for our squad logo. I think that one was actually made by AI, so I don't know how I feel about that. But I actually got Anthem to make the one for 1-2. So if you have a look at their channels, that one I was told was in good taste, but that's 1-2. What does 1-1 stand out for? I wonder. Well, let's see. Some sort of canine, right? That's what we're about down here, aren't we?
All right, you know what? You must be stopped.
I was referring to Diogo.
Rangel, he's pretty tough. We got to combo him fast.
Hey,
watch out for his tail.
Hey, fuck you.
I'm going for the nuts.
No, he's spayed and neutered. That's not going to work.
He's here.
Yeah, Sergeant White, I finally got to use some of those S2 skills and convince everybody tonight. So
that was an impressive briefing. I was like, what is happening? I was like, what is happening? Is this a training? Like, huh? That's pretty good, dude. I like that. Just don't send us against a brigade-sized element ever again. That's psychotic.
Nope.
Send us again a battalion.
I'm telling you right now, Sergeant White, if you see me airsing, expect that level of fun and contact.
What, you mean where we do an unsupported light infantry assault, where we just didn't use our mortars at all to blow up that position before we attacked it? Yeah.
there was one mortar shot at it.
Okay, whatever.
I thought they used all their mortars.
They used all their mortars, but only one mortar was shot at the compound.
They didn't suppress the compound.
They did hit it. They spotted it and they hit it, and then everybody assaulted it before they could follow up with a fire for effect. And then I believe they fired a bunch of them down slope, try to hit that tree line to your guys' south and west or something.
Okay. So the direction that all those guys got in past our lines?
Probably a little bit more west than that, but yeah, maybe. I was hoping that some people's ears would perk up when I tried to emphasize low confidence.
I thought Staff Sergeant Russell and White would appreciate that the second they put down their green smokes, mortars started flying right on their positions. If you're gonna mark your own platoon, I'll take the advisement.
Those mortars came in so hot that I felt that to be rather. I thought it was actually a coincidence that they landed nearby, that it was so fast. Did you actually use a real mortar tube?
No, so if you intend to hurt or
I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you right there. In the future, use mortar tubes. Do not use the simulators.
So the official SOP says that if you use mortar tubes, or sorry, rather, if it's for effect, you can use the effects. If it's to maim or kill, it has to be mortar tubes.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. It about singed my pants, and I basically spooned with McCandlin for warmth while I was cowering in terror they were landing so close.
He stole my position.
they were right on us, man. So if you meant to put the fear of God in us, well, you did it.
Well, yeah, that's the intention.
Also, there's no way to counter them if they're simulators. There's no audible profile or anything like that where we can be like, hey, it sounds like there's a mortar pit on the other side of that mountain. Let's go shoot those guys.
Well, there was a mortar pit inside the base, which is why when you guys killed it, the mortar stopped.
Okay, fair enough. But again, right, like, if it's coming from that tube, like, why didn't we hear the shots? That's the kind of the concern. So, if you have a tube already placed and it's part of the objective, typically you just want to use it. That's kind of the rule of thumb, the prudence that is typically used. Wow, dead chat. 0 out of 10.
I'm testing 40 mics.
All right. Hey, Dio, what was that thing that happened earlier? I wasn't really understanding what happened. Like, did your guys kind of run off, or what happened there?
I went down, and Young was my battle buddy. Young dragged me back. Courier didn't hear or didn't care that I had gone down, and he ordered Young to leave me and to come back up to their position. And so he left me in the care of two guys who were not CLS or Mikes, and they started CPR before they bandaged me up, and I just about died. But luckily a Mike showed up about 3 minutes in when all was going black, and he said, guys, you gotta freaking bandage him up first, and bandaged me, put saline on me, and brought me back.
Oh, so they were doing the classic, they didn't, not filling the holes first, where they're just doing CPR and squeezing it right back out of you.
Exactly what was happening. And I'm on mute screaming at them, bandage my freaking wounds, you jackasses. And a simple, if they'd taken McFalls's course, they would know to check the check injuries, and if you see the blood loss, there's a hole somewhere. But they obviously did not know to do that. But that's what happened. And Courier and Ennis both went down before Young even got to them.
Of course. So he's subsequently kind of wandering around like, okay, now what do I do?
Well, Young did a pretty good job, to be honest. He, other than abandoning, I would not have abandoned my buddy regardless. I would have patched him up and then came up, because that's just how I operate. But, and then I would have said, sorry, took me a minute to get here.
You almost have to do the real life CPR too, where you have to point at someone and be like, now you're in charge, you're doing CPR, and then wait till they start and then you can leave.
Right.
Because now it's like fully their responsibility.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just left, and those guys were yelling at him. We're not even CLS. We're not a mic. We don't have anybody. Where are you going? You don't leave your battle buddy behind. They were yelling at him and all kinds of shit. But they didn't hear the radio communication from Alpha telling him to leave.
Well, he's a BB2. He's getting an order. He doesn't have the experience yet to be like, nah, I'm not, not doing it.
Not going to do that. fairly chaotic right then, so it happened. And Courier and I yelled at each other about it, so it was all good.
I do have to ask, was the jammer at the town effective, or was it kind of useless?
It stopped our communications for a few minutes.
Yeah, we had you know what's weird though is like shooting it doesn't do anything. I know because I emptied a whole mag into it, thinking that that's how you were supposed to, you know, with it was just to do damage to it and destroy it, and then it was just kind of still functioning. It's like I went up to it and ended up finding the button to turn it off. I had no idea you could just switch them off like that.
Yeah, firm. I got a little distracted. My intent was that if anybody like tried to 48 or something, then I was going to try to turn it off so you didn't have to go up there. But
well,
by the time I looked back, you guys were already on the roof looking at it. I was like, all right, well, they figured it out.
Couldn't they fix that to where it took physical damage?
I don't think those small ones take any damage. I think they're invulnerable. Or it's at least a high amount. So I don't. It's clearly not individual bullets. Maybe whole charges have to be placed on them. I don't know. Because the big jammers definitely got destroyed. Those things sank into the ground and blew up. So. I was just worried that you guys. I couldn't tell how much the cone was, so with how spread out folks were, I didn't know if it was too close, and therefore the cone wasn't really affecting anybody. That sounds like mission accomplished.
Anyway, gentlemen, how's everyone doing this evening?
Angle, did you shoot at me?
Fuck yeah, I did, man. I tried to kill you too. No, I did not.
Oh, I was hoping it was you.
No, I don't think any of us did.
Just shooting around us, right?
I think you guys were tweaking hardcore because you guys weren't shooting the people running at you on the dirt MSR. So,
is that a question or a?
No,
Are you judging him right now?
I'm saying that, like, if you felt like you were getting shot at when we were at the far right flank and you're the furthest out, and we were shooting to our left, because I think Stalker was like the furthest out on the far left flank. We were above everyone. Are we talking about the first objective that we hit, and then we found the command tent or command barn, and then further west
During the jammer.
Yeah. So during the jammer.
Actually, no, that was the one that I was talking about. The one I was talking about was when we were on the hill at the end, and we were in like separate lanes because I'd gone out.
He means
northeast.
He means this part, courtesy of McCandlin's clip.
Yeah, that one. That was roughly the. Was that the start or the end of the objective?
That was the end.
So you guys are in this photo. You guys are down in the green smoke right there.
Correct.
So that was not.
We popped the green smoke after this firing stopped. Actually.
Yes. So above you, I think either Mac or no. Who was it? I have my stream.
Oh, so we were getting shot at. See,
you were not getting shot at. You were getting shot at above you.
We were shooting over you. You were just in the way, Russell.
If you look in that
smoke, there are enemies up at the sandbags that retook that whole position, and also were shooting down the hill at people.
Yeah, if you look at the green smoke,
yeah, we're sort of panicking, wondering like, what, you know, are they shooting at us or you know about the hitters right now?
Yeah.
I don't know how it got missed in the confusion, you know, and I'll just chalk it up to the stuff we talked about in the SL debrief. But you were supposed to kind of be coming the direction that where this picture was taken. You were supposed to be on the hill that he's standing on and immediately behind it, because that would have put that whole mountain between you and that QRF coming in, which, by the way, was in the direction of the military base. So, but being closer over there. Technically, 1-1 and 1-2 in this picture are actually enfilade the direction of enemy movement.
I mean, I knew that the enemy were going to be west, but yeah. I mean, if they thought that I could hear that order to withdraw, then yeah, no, I didn't hear a damn thing.
No, I'm again, like I said, I figured if you headed down that way, you had a perfectly good reason that you thought you were supposed to be going that way. It's just, you know, at least it's not 1-3.
By the enemy, so we had no choice but to go northeast.
Yeah, and Rouse was trying to get me to rearrange my fire lane so I wasn't shooting over you. And he was trying to get me to push up to you. And I didn't understand that you were over there. I saw the smoke, but I think in the back of my head, I thought it was like a 40 mic smoke or something. I'm like, there's no friendlies over there. How did that get over there? And I'm looking at the map. I'm trying to figure out where my grid is because I can't see where I am. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm here, roughly. It says 1-1 is over there. We're shooting over 1-1. And he didn't say, hey, you're shooting over friendlies. You know, shift fire, idiot. He should have said that, and that would have been way more clear. And then I would have realized what was happening, but that's kind of not what was said. So
Fire already stopped. Nobody got shot, so it was like they probably already realized it. No, I figured that, you know, it's 1-2. I don't need to tell them to check fire. They should already be doing it. And look at that. You were. Very good job.
Yeah, we just kind of almost gave you a little bit of a haircut there, you know.
Yeah, mind you, I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded at all if you said, "Hey, I'm shooting over your head." I would have been like, "Yeah, everything's fine. Just, you know, calm down." They're bullets, not birds.
Yeah, like even though it would have put you at the bottom of a valley, if you had gone further down to like the bottom right of this picture, we could actually probably have covered you effectively, you know, from there, because the enemy would have to peek over the opposite side hill, and they would see us before they'd see you, and we would shoot them.
One thing I questioned with Wynn, and also with a couple others after, was why was the decision made for the entire platoon to crest the hill?
As Wellington might say to his aide who asked the question, what are your orders? Where are we going? To which he would say, way forward, to be sure.
Copy.
Well, to be fair, that's back whenever they would sit in neat little rows volleying at each other, so things were different back then.
Private first class, ours is not to question why. Ours is simply to do or die.
That's true. It's my job as Ares to question why.
Wow. That's your job as Ares, to be the guys manning the artillery batteries that were charging on the other side of the valley.
Yeah. If you were a real man, you would have grabbed an actual tube instead of just generating mortar rounds.
So, you know, there's a whole reason for that, but...
I'm teasing you, dude.
Being trolled, dude. Trying to take a joke.
It was my intention when the platoon crested for like 2 or 3 DS to get down, but other things had to be attended to.
You should have thrown frags over and taught us a lesson.
But did anybody learn a lesson from frags? I don't think so.
User joined your channel.
Somebody
should have just wrecked all of us, taken us all down. One fell swoop.
Honestly,
or 40mm, that would have been good too. Just put a grenadier on the far right. And just start hurling them over onto us.
What I should have done is just drop them right on the like one section lead, and then independently like grenade launched every single squad lead simultaneously, and then watch the chaos.
Of course, one wouldn't have got affected because we were bounding. So
that point, just use a sniper. Pick the guy in the front off.
User joined your channel.
There's a whole party in here.
Everybody's.
My favorite is take a sniper, shoot over someone's head like 3 or 4 times, and if they don't move, then fucking dope them.
Honestly, I think next mission, what I'm going to do is just put a backpack nuclear bomb in like the middle of the base. So the second you guys capture the base, I'm just going to blow it up and then end the session and then say mission failed.
And then just say you're quitting.
Exactly.
Go out with a bang.
No, it was good fun. It was intense. I thought it was excellent. The trouble just was, we weren't, we didn't construct our movement quite as well as we should have. Like we tried for a platoon line, but that terrain was, well, not very ideal for any of it. So there should have been an infill point, an assault element should have been selected, a support element should have been like right behind in the stack, and a security element for casualty collection. 1-4 was, well, they're always support, so you basically just break up the teams, you put a machine gun with each squad, and you have your assault guys swing around and find a different route. So if we'd done it sort of like that, it would have been more methodical.
And I wouldn't have been nearly as upset with being left behind if someone was actually an aid and litter team that was there to assist.
Precisely. Yeah, no, don't worry, Dio, Rouse was quite upset that I, that I managed to leave you behind back there. So, he was thinking about you.
I appreciate it.
You know, there's probably some people that think that I'm at the back way too much, but really what's happening is I'm just gathering people and pushing them forward with my enormous willpower. I'm paranoid about leaving people, dude. I keep checking over my shoulders like, you know, is everybody here? Is everybody here? Is everybody here? You know. Too much caffeine, I guess.
God, I wish we had the fucking tac HUD.
Yeah.
It's so good for returning, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Your situational awareness that you lose looking at a fucking flat screen.
2-dimensional screen. Yeah. You just can't sense like that your guy is standing right there. You know, it's just
yeah, like if we're out in the woods, and you're like 40 meters to my left, I know you're there, but in the game I'm like, I have no fucking idea you're there.
Yeah, you don't have any of the real stereoscopic cues or anything that helps you judge all that stuff. It, you know, keep it in mind. It's not very natural.
Also, the rings show you directly what 10 and 25 meters is.
I need to rest.
Yeah.
McKinley, are you in?
Oh, look at that. You won.
McCanlon, are you insinuating that a meter is not really 8 inches in real life?
What?
Oh, just like the goofy like meters in Arma, how it's like a meter is like a foot.
Wait, actually?
Yeah. In Arma 3, if you would ping, it would say like 5 meters in front of you and it'd be like 3 feet.
Oh, well, that can't be true in the Forger, right? I feel like it's pretty accurate, especially our range finding stuff.
It's actually the ranging is accurate enough in Reforger that you could actually use real object scale whenever you're making like models and stuff. For whatever size something is supposed to be, if you make it that size, it's the correct size.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just remember, 10 meters is 2 Humvees.
It's a lot further than you think.
What I want to know is DOG, did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, it was alright, other than being left behind by my squad lead, or my team lead.
Wow.
Yeah, I had fun.
Good.
When you guys were assaulting that helipad, did you hear me screaming, "There's a guy with a PKM behind that fucking sandbag!" No, why did no one look then?
Because he was dead already.
No, he was very alive.
I was shooting at him, eventually. I was also. I think those were my last bullets that I had that I shot at him.
Yeah.
Were you
like,
guys the ones that
moved
took down the
forward
helicopter then?
He like everyone kept moving forward, and he stood back up to like it was fucking DeMarcosi. He stood back up to fucking sweep you guys.
As far as I know, the helo took a Maw's shot to the face.
I think everyone shot at that helo.
This is also true.
Yeah, and that was cinematic. I think I had just gotten up, and I just look up and watched every gun pointed up at the helo and just drop it.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm not shooting at this fucking helo.
It was flying straight towards me.
Well, it was trying to land on the helo pad.
My only regret is I didn't get my fucking 40 mic out fast enough.
Damn, I really thought I had a chance.
Was that you piloting it?
Yeah. I was trying to. So you know what I was really. Well, you know what I was really proud of? Nobody shot the unarmed civilian.
Really?
Nobody shot the.
Did
Yeah,
you
nobody.
surrender the guy?
Yeah, and the enemy did.
The enemy did, but you guys did it.
Oh.
I thought the enemy killed that guy.
Yeah, the Russians came up and shot him from behind because he was surrendering.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys did shoot him. I'm proud.
Oh. I heard, like, when I was up there, I heard the scuttlebutt. I was like, yeah, dude, they just all fucking shot him. I thought they was talking about a squad just fucking put a bomb.
No, I was really proud. Everybody was like, wait, what do we do? He's like kind of too far outside the wire to get him.
User joined your channel.
Well, that's what Havoc 1's known for, you know? Following the rules of engagement.
It's not a war crime if no one snitches.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Yeah, me walking into a burning helicopter, thinking it had already had its second explosion, and then just dying instantly.
It's like the Arma Reforger civilians want us to commit war crimes, though. The amount of times they like run in our crossfire is crazy.
User left your channel. User left
Yeah,
your
man.
channel.
The ways they just sometimes run right into my crosshair and I just instantly shoot them is fucking wild.
Yep.
I'm kidding, I've never shot a civilian.
Really?
I'll be right back.
User
I
left
have.
your
5 or
channel.
6.
I don't think... Well... I don't think I've been in too many places where there were civilians. There was some in, like, Dust Devils, but, like, it was mainly like they were out of the way.
I think it depends on what you consider a civilian. Like for me, anything that isn't from North America, that's instantly not a civilian. It's just like a hostile tiger.
Unarmed combatant.
I've called that up so many times, an enemy civilian. They're like, what are you talking about?
There was that one op we did where we crossed the 2 bridges, I think, like, it might have just been fucking Sunday, I don't know. My memory stated, or Saturday, where, like, the civilian was just, like, sitting right next to our fucking MRAP, and I was just like, I'm about to get out and fucking back this dude.
Yeah, you don't know, maybe he's got a suicide vest on.
Yeah. I was like, alright, he's like literally just leaned up against our fucking, like, vehicle, and I'm like, I don't like this at all. Fucking Ares is gonna grab him and do some fucking shenanigans.
Yeah, it's not like we can do warning shots either, they don't respond to it.
They just get down in the immediate place they are.
Yeah. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes they'll start running towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I was just proud that nobody shot the surrendering guy that was unarmed.
You got lucky.
Lucky I didn't see
Actually,
it.
he did get very lucky. Yeah, because he did run through some of the white smoke, so someone could have just lit him up just because he was in the uniform. I mean, he was the Russian commander, so.
I think I was about to shoot him, but I didn't have any bullets, so if you don't get the bullets right, I had to reload.
That's hilarious.
I had to like hear it call out that he was surrendering before I'm like, alright, you get away this time. Plus I never got patched up there as an HVT.
Well, that was the first time you guys saw him.
Yeah.
He got very frightened when the helicopter went down.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
I completely forgot it was 1 a.m.
Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys.
See ya.
Either sometime this month or next month. Who knows?
Good night, man.
See ya.
See, dude.
Disconnected from your channel.
I'm always late on my goodbyes, man. Every single time.
I said earlier.
Alright, I'm actually gonna jump off here too, guys. You guys have a good night.
Spring into it. Come on, Demarcus.
What's up?
Say
Yes.
good
Oh,
night,
man.
man.
Hurry up.
See you, Woods.
Waiting, waiting.
See, I completely forgot that fucking time too.
User
Good night.
disconnected from your channel.
Oh.
Was that intentional?
No, I did it just as he left.
He probably heard it.
Yeah, he probably heard it. He's like, oh, cool, Jordan.
I want to see what Huffman's reaction to the T-72 was. There was a point where I drove a T-72, not knowing right into 1-4. So Corporal Hearn's just like 3 meters to the right of the T-72, hiding in like a bunker. Fucking shit scared to like leave.
Well, and also the infantry supporting the tank is all around, pushing through trees, throwing smoke grenades, shooting at them while they're trying to line up shots on the. They missed the first shot on it.
It was so fucking close. I didn't even know 1-4 was there. I didn't realize anyone was still there. I thought you guys had like left the base. Took me so fucking long to drive that T-72 up.
I didn't think you were going to be able to do it because I was struggling with the K-17. I think they got, so in total, what was it? It was probably something like 5 or 6 BTRs, a BMP, a K-17, a Typhoon, and 1 T-72.
2 T-72s.
Oh, did they get the other one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's even more impressive then.
I didn't think they'd be able to hit me on that first T-72 when I was on the road. I was just doing that for cinematics. I didn't realize they'd actually be able to hit me.
Next time we're going to roll a platoon of T-72s up the highway and see what happens.
How did the T-72 get that close?
They were at the military site. That was like their main hub for the whole region.
So they just mounted it? Because we had cleared the top of that hill.
No. The
So what
military
happened-
site west of it, like 500 meters.
So they just drove it.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that one of them moved. Because we didn't see it on the ridge anymore.
Yeah, so that was the one.
That was it. That was the same one. Okay.
Yeah. So I pushed you guys off the sandbag wall, and then once you guys started retreating, that's when I moved it in. And that's what I was saying, why it took so long, because I drove it from that ridge all the way to you.
That's pretty cool. We always use combined arms tactics, but it's cool to get hit with it every now and then, just to see what it's like on the receiving end. Because they used tanks, cleared us off the sandbag, and then rushed with infantry. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, probably should have had at least one more helo that dotted the skies at least.
Yeah.
That might have broken the camel's back though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose if you guys were really trying to kill us, you probably would have not pushed the tank into that spot. You would have had like the infantry to try to clear it first.
Oh,
So
yeah, I mean, it would have been twice as much infantry. It would have been, yeah, tank on the opposing ridge, pinpoint accuracy. It would have been a helo that was hitting you guys on the reverse slope, and the infantry would have been missing.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks for taking it easy on us. We had a lot of PB2s.
I still shot people. I shot Brian once.
Yeah,
only-
he did. I think we shot each other.
Yeah, you killed me though. I think I just gave you a flesh wound.
Marcosi literally blew up our medic with a 120 millimeter smooth bore tank round. Like a direct hit, basically.
I almost bled out.
Didn't you guys get a brand new medic tonight? Nice. Gonzalez. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know that was your medic. I thought that was 1-4. I was like, hey guys, you can shoot me, but I can shoot back. So when the third round went over their heads and they still hadn't moved, I was like, okay, I'll shoot the other team that's like watching me. And then it turned out to be Gonzalez. I thought it was weapons squad.
Yeah. We should have gotten off of that sandbag line a lot sooner. There was no cover. But
Yeah,
it was
against the tank.
Fun hitting the infantry coming at us though with the smoke attacks.
Yeah, I didn't know how to get them to throw the smoke, so that was me. I was just switching between them throwing more smoke grenades.
Yeah, the AI only really throws smoke if there's like a down frame.
So when there's a game master effect where you can just drop the smoke as if someone threw it, but past that, yeah, you gotta just RC them.
Well, the bonus effect of them throwing them themselves is that they get that kind of like white streak from the Russian smoke grenade. So if you're watching carefully, you can actually see where they're coming from.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That would suppress that area.
Yeah.
Just 40 where it came from.
Yeah.
The best part was when people were getting really focused in on the white smoke, and then I just have a couple of guys run out in the open because nobody was looking at anywhere else.
Yeah, no, the only 2 times I thought where you guys deserved to be punished, well, 3 times actually, were when the entire platoon decided to mark their position with green smokes. When you guys, the entire platoon decided to crest the hill. And then when you guys were just like staring tanks in the face with small arms.
Yep, that's
and like not
the
moving.
right time to punish. That's not something you want to train.
I was trying to hit you guys while you were skylining, but in the first couple bursts of that MMG on the bunker, I would immediately die.
Yeah, 1-2, that was one of our comments tonight, is we did a little too much skylining. Or at least they told us that in the field. I mean, we didn't do it too
It was
much.
beautiful. I just saw the little teeth above the ridgeline. It was beautiful. Even though I was trying, you guys would kill me before I apparently hit anybody. Because I don't think anybody got hurt
We just
from
trust our
skylining.
platoon, man. That's it. We just know
There
we're
was-
skyline, we're just drawing fire.
There was one where everybody got a little too focused on the first bunker on the ridge. That 1-3 had shot up, and didn't realize that maybe there's some bunkers on the exact other side. And a couple infantry that came over and skylined. It was like, hello.
My favorite part was right when they started to get to where the point where they were pressing right on the edge of that like spur. There was like no cover, and I saw at least like 2 squads just walking in the open. I was like, this is a perfect time for my machine gun. And then from like 400 meters away, I was just fucking suppressing. Probably the most immersive thing I've ever been a part of in the unit personally.
Well, I'm probably gonna go to bed for real now.
Good night, man.
As am I.
I love you so much.
Me too, man.
I kind of hate you a little bit, Jordan.
That's bad, man. You made a good mission tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Good night, man. Oh shit! See, I never get the fucking opportunity.
Alright. Good work tonight, everybody. Take it easy.
Marcos. There you go.
Thanks.
User disconnected from your channel.
Rangel, I haven't seen you in like fucking forever, bro.
I know, I was gone. for like 4-day drill weekend shooting range. So
Yeah, last time I saw you, I was acting as Self on one.
yeah,
Times have changed.
indeed they have. And our senior airman. Congrats on that, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, not needed, but thank you. Technically, I got demoted, but
Yeah, but you got what you came here for, you know.
very true.
When do you get to like actually do your TAC B shit?
Once I'm qualified, I mean, I'll be listening in and assisting in other ways, but I got to get through the JTAC wall.
And are you going to be Charlie or Alpha JTAC?
Bravo.
Bravo.
But until Bravo opens, I'll be the third man on Alpha. I'm like the Charlie fire teams. I'm getting trained up specifically for Havoc 2, so that I can minimize having to train 2 brand new people at the same time. And just have one at a time.
Is Staff Sergeant Brown your
Report to Senior Master Sergeant Stevens. Brown and Henderson are Charlie, and then Lancaster is the second. He's the romad for the Task Force Alpha.
Gotcha.
I've gotten through the bookwork, did all the classwork stuff, so now I'm just on to a practice day where it's almost like a pre-qual, just to make sure that when they actually set up the qual and get the pilots in, everything, it's not a waste of time kind of thing, right? That I have everything set up so that we can just do the qual rather than essentially prevent setting me up for failure kind of thing. So get some good feedback, because the qual I won't get feedback. I'll just have to do it for I have to do it at a platoon FTX or a task force. So like it'll be a little too real to be able to get feedback like on the spot and fix things. So until then, I don't wear the patch. That's why I had the 2 flags on my arm.
Gotcha, okay.
But for instance, like actually, this is gonna be the first Task Force Alpha I'm gonna miss in like 3 or 4 months. Since essentially I took an LOA back in like October. But I would have been the third man for the Task Force Alpha Sunday, and actually because I was actually out, I would have actually been the only other one unless they get the fill in.
This is going to be my first Ares in the Task Force Alpha. Well, secondary Ares.
Nice. I will not be there. So, best of luck.
Yeah, I don't even know who's my primary Ares, to be honest. That's what check else.
I think it's still Cars. I think Cars still does Task Force Alpha. Can't remember if it was Cars or Price. But I mean, it's not going to be Price anymore, so I don't remember who does Alpha.
Well, Anthem did say I was the only Task Force Alpha secondary, maybe. Oh no, it's Cars.
Yeah, I think Cars. Yeah, I believe Cars is the primary. You'll be the second. You're like one of the few people in Havoc 3 that does S3 Ares. So I think that's one of the reason why they have been asking me to help learn it, is because it at least gets a little bit. It gets another person in the pool to be able to help out Havoc 1.
Yeah, Carson's a battle captain, though he's not primary Ares. So does that mean that I become primary Ares?
I don't know the S3. I mean, the battle captains are Ares qualified, so.
Kind of hope I do. I hate fucking bummy ass boring ass training.
User joined your channel.
When we need to speak with you real quick in one channel.
User left your channel.
Away I go.
User
Bye bye.
left your channel.
But yeah, could you guys feel the difference of my presence with Ares tonight?
I think you've been on everyone lately, so.
Who?
Have you not?
As Ares?
I thought you have been doing our last few.
Oh, I've heard he's been on everyone lately. That's why, not you've been on.
Yeah. Still said you've been on everyone lately, so.
Yeah, I did your last.
I will say that I've been enjoying them, so you're doing a good job.
Good. But that's what I'm asking. They are actually better. I'm not just like.
No, man, they're fun. You're doing a good job.
Good.
I really be smoking on that Fent pack.
What the fuck, Ringo?
What the hell?
Alright, I'll be right back. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
What the heck, Ringo?
Yeah. Dude, it's 10:30. It's 1 o'clock your time. What are you doing? Oh, by the way, get shit on in the Winter Olympics, by the way. Fucking get shit on, dude.
Dude,
fucking America #1.
Always.
I don't care. I literally don't care.
Yeah, your flag is at half mast, by the way.
Is it? Is it actually?
Yes.
Like at Parliament? I live by Parliament.
You didn't
So
see that? One of your city, I think it was Toronto or something. Somebody brought the flag to half mast after you guys lost. So who knows if it was AI, but it was funny to see on X. So I saw it on Twitter. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I don't really watch sports. I used to play hockey, but watching it.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. So glad that America just beat everyone.
Who actually won the Olympics, though? Who got the most medals?
I feel like it's China. I have a weird feeling, but if I want to...
Norway? What?
That makes sense. Because, like, they're literally, it's wintertime year-round for them.
Yeah.
True. But that's like 6 medals more than the next person, or next country.
Second place was the United States. Italy was third.
No, bad idea.
China's not even on the. Oh yeah, there they are. Damn, China fucking paid ass.
Dude, China literally bought and paid for people to be on their teams. They were just like, here's money. The ice skater girl that like kind of is super famous or whatever, that had the leopard print hair. That looks like an old Asian girl. I guess there's another girl that's American, that's born in America and not Chinese. It was just like that China paid for her to perform on behalf of their country. So
Crazy.
They gotta do something, right?
yeah.
Well, like usually they're like in the contention for first. It's kind of crazy. No, the only thing I really care about the Olympics is Italy's like Europe.
I stopped watching the Olympics a while ago. London
Yeah.
really kind of ruined me.
I think I stopped watching in like 2012 Olympics. I think it was 2000. No, it was 2008.
They
No,
became
what?
so fucking woke. I can't stand it.
God, I'm so hungry.
I think like right out of the gate, some American like white dude was like, "I hate America," or it's like something question. He said something weird, and then like even some black chick came up and she's like, "I love America," and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like,
Yeah, I can't stand the sentiment
Drama
that they keep
for no
pushing
reason.
out there about hating America. These people are so fucking lost in the head. They have no idea what it's like in other countries.
yeah.
The
You ask an
privilege to be able to
American-
speak out against your country is lost on them.
Also, I mean, like, what people have dreams about is like money and my new car and a new house.
Yeah.
And there's people in other countries that are like, all I want is a bag of sugar,
And
or
it's safety for my family.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I want to go back home to where I grew up.
Hmm. And have a meal, like a bag of beans would be nice. Yeah, you want a wake up call? Go to Honduras. That'll fucking wake you up.
That's oddly specific.
Well, we do ministries in Honduras, and there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on down there. Like the gangs run the dump, all that kind of shit, you know. And people are living, picking through the freaking garbage to find stuff to sell to the gang members so that they can
Thirsty.
have a half a meal for a day. It's just crazy.
Yeah, no, agreed. I got really worried when the tariffs got dropped. I know that's way too political, but I got really pissed off about that.
Yeah.
Hungry.
It just boggles my mind that people think that you can have a country where you literally don't make anything.
Yeah.
Like where do you think you get wealth from? Like what? That money just exists? Like
America's been selling intellectual property for a while.
yeah. Well, well, the biggest thing is financial products. It's not even.
Right.
It's not even intellectual property. I mean, I think that's 2 or 3. I think it's 1 financial products, 2 tech. So like think Facebook, Tesla, and then 3 is like IP.
Since the 90s, our economy has been basically like the new base. Since we went from gold standard to oil standard,
Dude,
and
gold
since-
standard was in the 20s.
No,
Yeah.
gold standard ended in 71.
yeah. So
the
when
bill
that
was
oh, go ahead.
the bill was drafted in 70, and then it ended in 71.
And then when we had Bush Senior in the 90s, it like it went from like oil being like kind of a good thing, even though we were like getting rid of it, and it was also bad. It extended its life, and so now you just have productivity and consumerism really blew up. But it also meant that you needed more consumers, and that's where we have the problems we have today. Especially, I just read an article about the panic that's going on right now with regards to the robotics industry advancing. That the people that like brought us this chaos that we're dealing with today are now like, oh, everything that we did was really bad, and people are just going to become like even worse welfare queens. So we need to reverse it as fast as possible, or suspend it, so then we can attempt to maintain it. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting for a while, but it's still like 5 years out, 5 to 10.
We have to start that with the base of supporting the family, because that's what we've stopped doing.
Yeah, I mean, how many people are actually having children that live in America?
Right.
Even the foreigners that come here, quote unquote, legally, stop having as many children as they used to. So
It's cost prohibitive to have children.
exactly. So, and it's because we're importing people. Like, you don't import people. People just have kids naturally as the economy grows when it's cost effective. But I don't know. Obviously, like, even the Roman Empire experienced a drop in numbers in regards to their population, but then it like very quickly fixed itself as the technology grew and wars. So great struggle always brings in a lot of children.
God, I'm thirsty.
That's where we got them baby boomers.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole
And then,
generation.
what did they do for us? They brought us divorce and
That was the freaking feminists.
yeah.
That's a whole movement too, though. That was by design to destroy the family.
Oh
well,
yeah.
that's what I was about to say. Is pretty much every like ideology or philosophy that the baby boomers gave us pretty much wrecked the world. Well, the West.
Yeah, I mean they brought it to us, but Gen X cemented it because Gen X didn't go, "Hey, what we're doing is wrong."
That's right.
All of them are now just like held by the balls by their wife that's over controlling and they're pussy whipped. And then the millennials are like at the same level of just cuckoldry by their wives.
I would say even more so, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you still have some Gen Xers that are like, you know, my wife cooks and cleans for me and I don't get up. But those are like your old-fashioned like Christian guys or Catholics.
Me.
Yeah.
My wife still behaves like a lady.
I haven't met a woman that doesn't like my sister and my mother are both single parents, and the amount of times I've heard them mention, "Man, I wish I was just in a kitchen
Yeah,
every day."
no shit,
like,
right?
Like once you actually live it, you feel the opposite effect. So
Because that's the design. That's how we were designed to be. Men were to be the protectors and the providers, and the women would make the home the place that the man wanted to come back and entertain and live.
Yeah.
Thirsty.
And when you fulfill those roles, it is self-fulfilling. You actually feel fulfilled because that's what you were designed to do.
yeah. Well, one day at a time. Don't worry. My children will be raised to be actual adults rather than
Right. Adults
retarded.
or children in adult bodies. Yeah.
Yeah.
My children are gonna be down some girl's throat. Not gonna lie.
They're gonna be what?
Down some girl's throat.
Oh well. Hopefully you teach them how to treat a woman right. I hope you have a girl.
Nah, I kind of gave up on that.
Yeah, I hope you have a girl. I hope you have two girls.
Dude, so in my family, every man has a daughter first and a son second.
That's really, people with your attitude, DeMarcosi, deserve to have girls.
I'm not gonna have any kids, so.
Yeah, but if you do, you deserve to have a girl because then it'll teach you proper respect.
Yeah. I need my
don't
little
think-
princess to spoil and spend all my money on and never say no to.
No, that's not the proper way to raise a girl.
No, I know.
I don't know, Dio. It's if there's a woman that no, I'm trying to think of the right word. There's a woman that deserves my respect. That's the word. Then I'll give it to her. I just haven't met a girl that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to accept the fact that all women are the same. and live with that reality in your mind and just go like, because then you can never, like, even when you're married to a woman, she's still a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And even as a man, every man is the same. If we were desperate enough, we would stick our U-Haul in the U-Haul. So it's kind of like it's the same thing for them. They would literally drag themselves through fire and broken glass for another man. But once you accept that and you come to terms with it, then you just treat that woman the way that she wants to be treated,
Mm-hmm.
and you do it subconsciously. But you gotta remove that that kind of just being like the weaker sex. Like you're supposed to be dominant in the most, because it's a team effort.
Absolutely. A woman submits to a man who is willing to die for her. And that is biblical. I'll say it because that's the truth. If a woman submits to a man, the man has to be submitted to God. And when you are submitted to God, you are to treat your woman as God would die for the church, as he did die for the church. Then you should die for your wife, because that's what you're commanded to do.
Yogi's spitting facts, man.
And when
That's
you live that
straightforward
way,
knowledge.
it straightens your life out. You feel fulfilled, because that's how you were designed.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything that you guys were saying. But like I said, I don't think I've met a girl that's.
Did you not respect your mother?
I mean, not really, no. But that's way too personal.
No, I got you. I mean, some mothers maybe don't deserve the respect that. Well, I think all mothers deserve respect, but some of them. I get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of saying what you're saying there.
Yeah,
BLG.
I get it.
Like,
I totally get it.
I don't not talk to my mom, but like at the same time, you know what I mean?
Right. I understand. Some moms didn't do a great job, you know. Maybe did the best they could, but wasn't good enough.
Yeah. You don't realize that stuff till like you're older.
Exactly. You do the best you can when you can, and you know, when I was 20, in my 20s and 30s, I had a lot of angst against my father specifically. He was a Vietnam veteran, and he had survivor's guilt big time.
Hungry.
He was an alcoholic, a raging alcoholic, and but he was never abusive. He was a little abusive towards my mother, but not towards me or my brother. So I didn't have it terrible, but it was just an awful thing to witness, and I lost a ton of respect for him. But it wasn't until I hit my 40s and now into my 50s, and it's different. I get a lot of his struggles, you know, that he was having to deal with, and I give him more leadway now. I'm like, okay, I understand. You do the best you can when you're there and you're doing it. And that's all you can do. And I can't ask him to do, you know, more retroactively. So,
yeah.
And if I hold on to it and don't like him for it, then I'm the only one who's hurting for that, you know. That's the whole forgiveness thing. So you let go of it for your own benefit, not for theirs.
Well, I'm not holding it in, but like I've tried to like have conversations about it with my parents, and they kind of just like, well, I haven't talked to my dad in like 9 years, but
you're still pretty young though, right? I mean,
well, he's in a completely different country. That's why.
I got you.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that went down, but I mean, I've tried to have conversations with my mom, and she'll just like basically just gaslight me.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we're dealt a raw deal. You just make the best you can of it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still go over to her for Christmas or shit like that. But,
well, that's good. I would just hold on to that as long as you can, because, you know, inevitably one day it'll be gone, regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom died last year exactly this day, and my brother.
Oh, shit, sorry, dude.
Yeah, my brother died last year, 3 months before my mom did, and those are things that are gone forever. And I wish, because I didn't have a chance to have a conversation with my mother before she passed. It was sudden. She fell down, hit her head, bled to death that night, a brain bleed, and you know, my dad beats himself up over it constantly because he just put her to sleep thinking, oh, she's fine, you know. She just wants to go to bed instead of taking her to the hospital. Retrospect, 2020 hindsight, it wouldn't have mattered because she had hemorrhage in her head and that they couldn't have fixed it. But she died exactly the way she said she wanted to, which was in her sleep. So, but I didn't get a chance to have any kind of meaningful conversation with her, which sucks because you want that.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to my brother, he was so ate up with cancer, he couldn't talk to me. He was so high on morphine and everything else every day. He wanted to talk to me. I could see it in his eyes, and he would go and say all this kind of shit, but I couldn't. There was no communication. So both my brother and my mother, I didn't get to talk to them on the way out, which really sucked.
I've tried multiple times with my mom. I've a couple of my sisters that I'm not on great terms with. I haven't really done that, but that I'm just not ready for yet.
I understand. Yeah. Me and my brother fought our whole lives basically, pissing contest, this and that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like with my sisters, if I called them right now and said, "Hey, can I come over?" It's not like it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, we were the same way. We just rubbed each other the wrong way all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I'm gonna be right back, like a minute.
That's all. I'm gonna probably go to bed myself.
Yeah,
here, so.
I'm gonna get off as well.
Gentlemen,
All right, see you guys.
have a great
See
night.
ya.
Sleep well.
User disconnected from your channel.